All right, this is part one of a basic restoration of a TS-520 that I was fortunate to get from a friend. And I love these radios. The 520S was actually my first radio. So I've spent, and I still have it, and I've spent a lot of time just marveling at just how well built these radios were. They are, in my opinion, the best built hybrids that ever came out. So this will be a part one of kind of what I do. I got this radio and it had sat for a long time, I was informed. So I didn't want to bring it up just powered up fast. So I put it on a Variac. I brought this radio up very slowly and, make sure we don't have a smoke test going on here. Came up nicely. Then I ran it through all its procedures of tuning, and everything worked great there. So the great thing is I've got a working radio, something I can know that, if something doesn't work, I'm the one who messed it up when I go through this. Now, I was informed, and it's correct, that the WWV does not work correctly. We're going to figure that out and get that working, because I want a fully functioning radio here for my collection. So obviously take the case off. This radio sat a long time, so there was a lot of cobwebs, a lot of dust, and so we just use one of these air guns, and as you can see, this thing really cranks up. It's like a hair dryer, powerful, all blowing out that tip. It will blow everything out of there. So we've already done that, and you can see how nice this looks inside. So the next easy thing we're going to do is, obviously, even though I had full power, I'm going to test these tubes, make sure that there's only 3 of them, your driver and your 2 finals. And so we'll test those just to make sure we've got something good there. Now, word of the warning, before you go sticking your hands in a radio like this, you need to make sure you use a probe and drain off the voltages all around this HF section, all around the caps, the high voltage caps, which are under here. There's 4 under there. Use a volt ohm meter and test it as well. 2 different things, and just make sure you're safe, because this stuff can hold voltages that would not be pleasant, if not deadly. So anyway, that's will be our next part that we'll work with. And then we'll start getting into doing a recap of the most important, all the large electrolytics. We're going to have 2 under here, 4 under here, and we're going to have quite a few in the section under the HV section here. Let me see if I can turn it under here. Get to where we are. You're gonna have some, you can see in that corner, a couple there, a couple over there. Just the big caps we're gonna start with, and we're gonna do. If I get really ambitious, and we'll start on all these on the boards, but yeah, we're gonna start with that, and we'll then get on to lubing everything, all the potentiometers. We'll get the correct deoxit. That's deoxit fader. Don't use regular deoxit on the audio controls. Use the fader on those. You can use this on the switches and stuff like that. And so there's a lot of stuff in here that can definitely use some deoxit. The lamps are all good, so I'm gonna not replace those. We are going to pull this VFO. These are prone over time, especially when they're sitting, to get some corrosion on the inside. So we're going to pull that, tear that apart, and correct that. Any corrosion, also lube, anything that is necessary inside that works really well right now anyway. But yeah, all this stuff, these sections need to be, and what we use on that is we use this. This is really good stuff. This is a Tri-Flow lubricant, and this is what I use for things like, where these bearings and things are. It's really good. So I think that is about it to get us started. And we'll probably pull all the knobs and clean those. And I can't really think of much more other than that to just do kind of a basic restoration, and then we'll see if we decide to go further. Might not be now, it might be a year from now, so we'll just see how it goes. But anyway, I want to get the basics done to this so this radio will still perform for many, many more years. All right.